السلام عليكم ورحمة الله وبركاته. بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم، والصلاة والسلام على أشرف المرسلين سيدنا محمد وعلى آله وصحبه وسلم. Assalamu alaikum everyone. I hope that you all are doing well and being safe. Inshallah, today we have one new story from the Qur'an. We will start inshallah with our friends Ahmed and Fatima. This is a story about one of the people who were living at the time of Prophet Musa alayhi salam, and his name is Qaroon. Let's go and start with the story inshallah with Fatima and Ahmed. It was the first day of the school. Ahmed was preparing himself and getting ready to go to school. Fatima came to the room and she saw Ahmed has a lot of bags with him. So she asked him, Ahmed, what are you doing? He said, I am getting ready to go to school. So Fatima, she pointed to the bags on the floor and she asked him, are you going to take all of this stuff with you? He said, yes, because today is the first day of the school and I would like to show my friend all the gifts and the great things that my parents brought to me during the summer break. So Fatima told him, do you think that this is a good idea to bring all of this stuff or to take it with you to school? Ahmed said, yes, I want to show my friends how I have a lot of money, how my dad is very rich, and how like everything I want from my dad, he just bring it to me. So Fatima, she told Ahmed, but you have to remember that not everybody have the same thing. Like your friends may not have all of the stuff you have. So Ahmed said, this will give me like more good feeling. I will feel that I have something no one. So Fatima, she told Ahmed, but I'm not happy, Ahmed, with what you are doing. I think you should just revise that and think again before you do it. So Ahmed didn't care about what his sister Fatima said, and he seemed very happy and he was smiling. Fatima left the room and she was just making dua for Ahmed. She said, oh, may Allah guide you. So Ahmed took his stuff and he left home and he went to school. When Ahmed arrived to the school, he started telling his friend about how excited was the summer break and where did he go and all about the gifts he had. And he was very happy to tell his friend that. Also his friend, they all gathered around him. They want to see what Ahmed had. So all of his friends were just kind of like looking, smiling, and trying to touch the stuff that Ahmed has. When they finished seeing what Ahmed has in his bag, he told them, let's go to the lunch break and we will continue talking there. Everybody left the classroom except one of the students. His name is Omar. So after the break, teacher came to the classroom and he saw Omar sitting and he was so sad. Teacher came to Omar and asked him, Omar, why you are sitting here and why you look very sad? Omar told the teacher that because I don't have that much money and my parents are very poor. They are not able to bring all of the stuff that Ahmed has. And sometimes I feel that I really want that. So teacher started talking to Omar about how we should be grateful, and how we should thank Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala about everything. Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala gives everyone in this life the same amount of rizq. So some of the people, they have it as a money. The other people, they have it as like health, but we all got the same amount of this rizq. So teacher tried to talk with Omar. And finally, Omar smiled and he said, he apologized to the teacher that he has this feeling, but this is always comes from the shaitan. He wants the Muslim to feel down. He wants them to be mad, sad all the time. So teacher reminded Umar how we should act as a Muslims, and Umar, he was smiling and he left to join with his friend the lunch break. So when students came back to the classroom, they found the teacher was sitting there, and he told them, we still have 10 minutes until the prayer time. Let's sit and I will tell you a really nice story. So teacher started telling the students that please pay attention to this story, because at the end you will tell me what you learned from this story. Teacher started telling them that at the time of Prophet Musa alayhi salam, there was a man, his name was Qaroon. So Qaroon was one of the people at the time of Prophet Musa alayhi salam. Some of the scholars, they said that he was his cousin. He was a Muslim. He was believing in Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. But Qaroon, he had this love to the money and the wealth in his heart. He loved the money so much. So every time he was gathering money and money and money, this was the only thing he was thinking about. Qaroon became so rich. So Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala said in the Qur'an that the keys of his treasures was very hard for the group of men to carry it. So could you imagine that a lot of group of men, it's hard for them to carry the keys of this treasure. So could you imagine how the treasure looked like? So Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala mentioned his story in Surah Al-Qasas, and Allah said that he was trying to gathering the money and the money and the money. This is the only thing he had in his mind. And the people were trying to remind him with Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, trying to remind him that he should pay zakah, that he should give the poor people some of his money. And they also told him that you have to be thankful to Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala that he gave you this money. So he had only one response. Every time someone reminded him of something, he used to say, these are something I just got from my knowledge. By knowledge, I made everything. So he just didn't thank Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala about anything. He thought that because he's a smart man or he has more knowledge that he were able to do all of this money. So he think that this money came from himself. But that's not true, because if Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala doesn't want him to have this money, he wouldn't allow him to have it. So Qaroon started just kept doing the same thing. One day, Qaroon, he got the very fancy clothes, and he got a lot of stuff from what he has from his wealth, and he just went outside to just walk in the street to show off everything he has, to show the people that he is very he was the most one who has money in the earth at that time. So the people who were standing looking at Qaroon, they were just wishing that they have the same thing that Qaroon had. They were wishing that they have even some of what he has. So Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala mentioned that also in the Quran, how they were just wishing to have what Qaroon had. So because he didn't listen to the people, he didn't thank Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala about all of what he gave him, Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala destroyed all of his wealth, houses, everything he had became nothing. So Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala destroyed everything. So the people who were just wishing that they have something from Qaroon's wealth, they started thanking Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala that they are not in this spot. So from this story, the teacher, when he done, he asked his students, what did you learn from this story? So Ahmed, when the teacher was talking, he realized that there is something wrong he did. So once the teacher finished and he asked him this question, Ahmed raised his hand and he said, teacher, I think first we should be thankful to Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, Because if he doesn't want me to have all the things that I have and my dad have, he would not give it to us. So I should be thankful to Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. And one of his friends, he raised his hand, Omar, very quickly, he raised his hand and said, I have something to say. Teacher said, of course, Omar. What do you want to say? He said that if we don't have that a lot of money, same as people have, we should still thank Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, and don't like having this desire to be in their place. Because did you see what like the people of Fir'aun when they saw Qaroon, when they saw Qaroon having all of this money, and he has he was very like rich and showing off his stuff, they were wishing to be in his spot. But when Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala destroyed him, they thank Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala that they are not in his spot. And the other thing, one of the other friends said that we have to be careful when we have something, even if we like it, we have to be careful that a lot of people around us, they may not have it. So you have to be caring about others. So all of the friends, especially Ahmed, he realized that he did something wrong, and he told the teacher that, well, next time, inshallah. So he said, next time, inshallah, I will make sure that when Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala gives me anything, I will thank him, and I will try to not listen to the shaitan and not try to show off all of the things that I have. So all of the friends, they shared what they learned from the story, and alhamdulillah, Umar was very happy and having feeling satisfied about what Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala is giving him. I hope that you enjoyed the story from today, and inshallah, looking forward to see you next time, inshallah. And assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh.